somebody, even consider whether visiting or investing or expanding business to Cambodia, what's the big deal about Cambodia?
That's a big question you got asked me there, Jesse. Okay, so I'll just give you my perspective on things, what I've learned over the last 5 years. Everything starts with the people. The people are very down to earth, very friendly, very open, and they want to learn.
Eager learners, right?
They're eager learner. It's just that, so I've done a lot of training. I've done a lot of different mentoring and coaching and such. I see the passion is there, but the thing is where we're missing is that the embedding of that knowledge, the practical side of things. So learning is one thing, but
how to put it into practice.
That's right.
How to apply it. Yeah.
That's right. So this is where, and I think in Cambodia, we have that initial ingredient, and how do we push it to the next level? The other thing is that in ASEAN, Cambodia has the youngest, aside from Laos, is the youngest average age, which is 27.
So the average age of Cambodia is 27 years old.
Yes, that's right. So that's right. It's a very dynamic workforce. And if we can cultivate and nurture this workforce properly, I think we can get a lot out of it.
And they are eager learners.
That's right.
Right? They're willing to learn, right? A lot of people ask that question or get asked that question about different areas in Cambodia or Cambodia as a whole. They say, is it safe? My question would be, is there anywhere in Cambodia that's unsafe? Because I can't think of anywhere. I can't think of anywhere in the whole country, from the big capital city, and the bustling streets of Phnom Penh to even rural villages or rural areas. I don't think there's anywhere that's unsafe in Cambodia. And so that's kind of an outdated question, from maybe a long time ago. But it's a very outdated question now. That I don't think there's anywhere that's unsafe in Cambodia.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, we have to be actively promoting and updating this scenario that people are playing in their head over and over again, right? So again, we have to shift that mindset, of our perception of Cambodia to other people or out to the international community.
Greetings from the Kingdom of Cambodia, and welcome to the Good Morning Cambodia show. We are honored to have you with us today. I want to tell you there are good things happening right here in the middle of Cambodia. Too many good things to talk about all at once, but we're going to take some of your valuable time today, and I believe you won't be disappointed with some very insightful and intriguing conversations, as well as a look into what's going on in this dynamic country, culture, and even business community here today. And today we're privileged to have Victor La with us. Victor, it's great to have you here with us this morning. Victor is a businessman, an entrepreneur, a business consultant, as well as board of directors for the Canadian Chamber of Commerce in Cambodia.
That's right.
And so awesome to have you here, Victor.
Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, so good morning, Cambodia. It's a pleasure to be here. And it's very exciting to be joining your show this morning, Jesse.
Yeah, well, we've been friends almost pretty much since you arrived here in Cambodia, and there's some story behind that as well, Victor, of kind of how you ended up here and all that. But if I'm not wrong, you are of Cambodian descent as well, right? On your dad's side of the family?
That's right. Yeah, so originally my dad was from Battambang, but he left Cambodia.
So Battambang is kind of up north,
yes.
Northern Cambodia on the Thai border there, right?
Yes, the rice bowl of Cambodia.
The rice bowl of Cambodia,
yes.
Yep.
So, and then he left when he was young, and then we immigrated to Canada.
Yep.
And then my journey from Canada went to Australia, then to Singapore. Then I ended up here after COVID. And I've been here since and loving it. Yes.
So were you born and raised in Canada?
Actually, no. I was born in Vietnam.
Okay,
really, yes,
so your dad was from Battambang,
Yep.
and then he had moved to Vietnam, and so you were born in Vietnam, and then from there you went to Canada.
Yes.
To what part of Canada?
to Toronto.
Toronto
right in the
area.
middle of right in the middle of the country.
Yep. And so then you, grew up, went to school there, but then you ended up over in Australia for 20 years of your career.
Yes, I study in Toronto, and
Yep.
then I met my wife,
Yep.
and then moved to Australia.
Yep.
I think it's just overall, I always had this affinity to Southeast Asia. So moving
Right.
to Australia was closer to Southeast Asia, I think. Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
from there, we did a lot of traveling through Southeast Asia and learned the culture, the dynamic of the region.
Yeah.
And then from there, I moved to Singapore to be closer to Southeast Asia because I saw the development that was going on.
Right. So even though your dad was Cambodian and he moved out of Cambodia at a younger age for himself, and then eventually brought the whole family to Canada. But had you ever made trips back to Cambodia during any of those years?
Good question, Jesse.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Until 2019. 2019 was my first time in Cambodia.
Okay.
And when I landed in Phnom Penh, I just felt this energy.
Right.
This is from Singapore. And I said, never been to Cambodia before.
Yep.
And my boss at the time said, hey, I want to expand to Southeast Asia. Which country should I move to
Right.
open a new office? And I said, okay, let me have a look. So we explored. Vietnam was too competitive. Thailand, it's good, but we didn't see the potential that we saw in the location and the future growth as Cambodia.
Right.
So that's why we started. We opened a new office here for expansion.
Yep.
Yeah, 2020 February.
February 2020. Wow, interesting times.
Interesting
times. So your dad was from Battambang province, and so, but I mean, you grew up in Canada as a Canadian young person, and university there, and all of that, and so you had obviously heard about your father's roots, and some things like that, but you'd never made a visit, and then you were in Australia with business in Australia, and then saw what was happening in Southeast Asia.
Yep.
And one of the first logical steps in Southeast Asia is, of course, Singapore. And so you were there in Singapore, and then as you're looking to expand regionally, said, "Oh, why not Cambodia?" So you first visited Cambodia, 2019. So that was pre-COVID. What was your first visit like? Was it just like probably a few day trip over or something like that?
It was a 4-day trip.
4-day trip.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we lined up some meetings and stuff like that. And when I first landed in Phnom Penh Airport, it's a small airport. Okay, considering it's a developing country.
Yep.
But then as we get into the city, we saw how it was growing. The Vatanak Tower, and such. The modernization,
skyscrapers and things like that. Yeah.
And this is typical of many investor that has never been to Cambodia before.
Just don't know what to expect, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
when I arrive, is it going to be thatch huts? Is it going to be jungle?
Yes.
What's it going to be, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we're very, we are surprised at the development, and you can feel the energy of the city. The other thing that we noticed was the amount of English speakers. So I traveled to Vietnam, Thailand, and other areas,
Right.
Malaysia, Indonesia. Obviously, Malaysia, there's a lot more English speakers. But
Yeah.
for Cambodia, it's we are very surprised. It has a very young population, but then a lot of English speakers. So it's very good.
Yeah. So Victor, I kind of know your mode of operation, and so when you came, it was pure business, right? You're going to come, you're going to see, what the landscape's like, and you didn't know what to expect coming in 2019 for that first 4-day trip. You mentioned that pleasant surprises, that there was some good development, and we have skyscrapers, and we have proper roads, and we have electricity, and we have shopping malls, and all of that. You also mentioned two things. You mentioned one, the energy that you could feel and see, and then also just the the number of English speakers, which talks about the workforce as well. Tell me about what you mean when you said you could feel kind of the energy on that first initial 4-day trip to Cambodia. What do you mean when you say you could kind of feel the energy of what was going on here?
Well, I think the traffic, the noise, obviously is part of the energy, but then the energy of the people. When we meet people, very excited, really open to do business, exploring what potentials are, etc. And then the dynamic range of different industries and services that are available at that time, and also and then the people very warm and very open. So this is where the energy comes in. When you foreign to a certain country you don't know, and are
they going to welcome me? Exactly. Are they going to be friendly? Am I going to always be an outsider? Right?
Yes, exactly. So this is something that I've been through many countries in Southeast Asia, and it's very formal. Whereas in Cambodia, it was very welcoming and open. So yes, it was very nice.
Okay, so that was that first trip in 2019, and then you actually moved here, started some businesses in the very beginning of 2020 there, February 2020. So interesting times, of course. And I know that's when we connected as well. And we became friends during COVID. Hey, Victor, right. How you doing? You surviving? You got anything to eat?
Exactly.
The food delivery guys make it to your house.
Yes.
So, but okay, it's I know that, like I said, I know that at that time, I believe your mode of operation was very business focused and very business orientated, which it still is. But you're still here all these years later now, as we're entering into 2025, you're still here and not just thriving in business, but it seems like this is kind of more becoming home for you as well.
Yes, yes, definitely. I would consider this is where I would like to, call home and stay for a long term.
And that was never the original plan when you came, in February 2020. It was get some things started here, expand the business.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Open up the operation, make sure that it runs efficiently, and then just travel back and forth from Singapore, and then open other market center.
Right.
That was the plan. But now I see so much more opportunity, and also since getting back here, almost like getting back to my roots.
Yep.
I see a different vision and mission for me personally. I want to since COVID, I see there's a big gap in skill and experience, what we call capacity. So with my knowledge from overseas and different market, I see that there's a great potential for me to share and help many different sector and many young people to get to that level of where they can actually contribute and to this amazing country. So this is where now I focus a lot of energy on that aspect of things also.
That's incredible. And so you've been here now all these years, and it's no longer just fly in, fly out. There's the opportunity for that, and there's many people that do that, of course. But in addition to that, you have become a key person here in the country to be able to work with different investors and business leaders. Your role as the board of directors on the Canadian Chamber of Commerce in Cambodia is very important as well. And we can talk about that a little bit more because I know you have a lot of different delegations coming over. And so your experience, your wealth of knowledge, your perspectives as to the investment landscape here in Cambodia are very important for those that are just showing up. But in addition to that, like you said, all of your years of experience and knowledge can also really contribute to the workforce here, business owners. I know you've worked with so many different small, medium enterprise owners over the years here. And it sounds like you feel like you've been able to make a positive contribution to them as well.
Yes, definitely. I think this is where I see the difference of living here and actually, understanding the local landscape, local market, local custom, what I call localization. Sure, you can fly in and fly out.
Yep.
But actually, so the experience that you bring is an international purview perspective.
Yep.
But the thing here is that you don't spend enough time here to really understand the local integration.
You understand where you came from and where maybe things could go, but you don't understand where they are.
That's right.
Right?
What I learned over the years is you cannot force things. You have to be able to understand the nuances of the cultural value and custom and behavior. And then you can start weaving in those experiences and modernization or, technology implementation. But things don't happen overnight, as you know. So this is where it's really, you're spending full time here is really important.
Right.
So it's you cannot change things overnight. You have to be there, on the ground, working diligently daily, and understand the market and the people. Understanding the people is really important.
Yeah. So maybe talk a little bit. What's Cambodia all about then? And I mean, as you work with different people from around the world, you also work with a lot of locals here. What's the big deal about Cambodia? Why should somebody even consider whether visiting or investing or expanding business to Cambodia? What's the big deal about Cambodia?
Oh, that's a big question.
I know.
Okay, so I'll just give you my perspective on things, what I've learned over the last 5 years. Everything starts with the people. The people are very down to earth, very friendly, very open, and they want to learn. The key here, the eager learner. It's just that, So I've done a lot of training. I've done a lot of different mentoring and coaching and such. I see the passion is there, but the thing is where we're missing is that the embedding of that knowledge, the practical side of things. So learning is one thing, but
how to put it into practice.
That's right.
How to apply it. Yeah.
That's right. So this is where, and I think in Cambodia, we have that initial ingredient, and how do we push it to the next level?
Right.
The other thing is that in ASEAN, Cambodia has the youngest, aside from Laos, is the youngest average age, which is 27.
So the average age of Cambodia is 27 years old.
Yes, that's right. So that's right. It's a very dynamic workforce.
Right.
And if we can cultivate and nurture this workforce properly, I think we can get a lot out of it.
And they are eager learners.
That's right.
Right. Yep. They're willing to learn.
That's right.
Right.
Yep. So then the other side of it is that with the younger generation, they grow up with technology. So if you walk around in Cambodia or anywhere in the world right now, mobile phone is glued to your hand, right?
Especially the young people, But the median age here is 27.
That's right.
So it's like everyone,
That's right. So the thing here is that, so with this technology embedding of into the daily lives, we spend an awfully amount of time with our mobile phone.
Yeah.
So now we can use technology on a positive note. So we can develop a lot of app and application learning and development and tools that we can actually help enable these young workforce to be more productive and also making us more competitive against our neighbors or internationally also.
Yeah.
So this is where, I think I look forward to the potential of this market or the people development side of things. The other side of it is Cambodia itself. Look around you, lots of land, lots of development, expansion, many things that we can do.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just at this point in time where we need to be better at marketing and promoting the country, and also the people. We have to be more confident.
Right.
On what we can do and we're able to do.
Right.
So this is something that we have to really train the mindset, and this is something we talked about many times. Is that with the young generation, this is where having the experience and the tools, we can actually flip or develop this mindset that's more confident, more empowering, that they can do a lot more, and we can do a lot more.
Right. So you mentioned, I want to talk about that a little bit. You mentioned that you've been involved in mentoring and coaching lots of different business owners, but in particular younger business owners. How did that get started, and how does that kind of play out?
Well, it started because when I was in Singapore, I helped develop this HR management tool platform from Singapore, and then we grew and it got really good adoption rate from Singapore, and then they asked me to expand here. So this has always been and I study a lot of the path that the Singaporean government took to develop their own community and their own market, because in Singapore, in 2017, when I moved there, the government actually initiated a program called SME transformation, right? So this is where the digital transformation started in 2017. So we're not that far behind.
We're not,
So this, imagine, we always look forward to, Singapore way ahead of us. But they didn't do a real focused SME transformation program until 2017, because the government at that time understood where they are and where they were competitively against international competition. So this is where, so I have an understanding of that. I brought the technology here to be able to enable and to use it to help the economy, and then also uses the tool to help people manage companies better. However, during COVID, a lot of the technology, a lot of expat left. Right. So after that, I saw there's a huge gap in the market, because now a lot of companies were asking middle management and such to step up to that senior level. Yeah. And because of training or experience, a lot of people weren't able to, so they came to me and asked to see if they can start developing these skills and capacity. So this is how it came about. So and I use this AI-driven analytic tools to measure people's motivation and understanding soft skills development. So that's where I saw there was a huge potential in that because of the young population. Oh, that's great. That's great. So, after all these years, now this is really kind of become home for you. And I know one of the main things that you're very involved in addition to your own businesses and the business consultation that you provide, but is, of course, the Canadian Chamber of Commerce here in Cambodia. And so you, as a Canadian citizen as well, are involved in bringing over a lot of different business and business people, business delegations, and investors over to Cambodia. And so, who's coming to Cambodia nowadays? What do you see in what you're doing? It's a good question, because I think right now there's so much potential in Cambodia, and a lot of investors still at the stage of exploration. So for me, and as part of the Canadian Chamber, our goal is to be able to support these delegation investors, how to connect to potential investment opportunities here in Cambodia. But the thing here is, for us, is we have to focus on the local community first, because where we see the biggest help that we can support is to build up a strong SME community here, whether it's capability, strategic, or even technology enablement that allow them to get to that next level. Because where we see the gap is when we bring a lot of investors here, when we talk and we connect them to local SMEs or business owner,
Right.
there's this gap of whether the owner's ability to articulate their business model,
Right.
their vision,
Right.
what their needs are, and what are the challenges that they're going through, and how can the investor help them.
Interesting.
So there's this gap that we see that until we get to that, able to bring the SME up to the next level,
Right.
where they can confidently present their business case, business model, strategic plan,
Right.
understand financial modeling,
Right.
so then when we bring the investor in, they're speaking on the same level.
Right.
Whereas the confidence and trust comes in, right?
Yeah.
So this is where
That's very important.
Yeah,
That's very important.
so it doesn't matter. Like for me to bring in, delegation from Canada, Thailand, India, or wherever, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So we bring in a lot of different delegation from different region. But that's where we see the biggest gap. So this is why the Canadian Chamber, we're very focused on seeing how we can create this, encourage SME to join, so then we can help and support, develop their skills and their business to that next level.
So that they are more investment ready. Yeah.
And a lot of it is relationship. So when an investor come, it's that connection between, right, with anything. So they have to feel confident and be able to articulate or even talk on the same level.
Right.
Otherwise, they cannot feel confident, or even they don't know what they're getting themselves into.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. So other than just inject the money, but they can inject the money anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And most good investor will always look at who their partners are, their ROI. What are the plans for the next 5 years? How are you going to grow it? What do you need me to help you with?
Right.
Sometimes it's just not money. A lot of the time is they come here, they want to help build the country or help build the nation also.
Right.
That.
Yeah, I think these are things that both you and I are involved in, and we living here, we realize that there's an amazing landscape, there's amazing opportunities, there's amazing people here, and there's some amazing businesses here, but one, to help them to be more investment ready, and then also for them to be able to articulate that in a proper fashion.
That's right.
You and I both have a lot of different people from all around the world coming through, and oftentimes that's where they need someone like us to kind of help guide them as well, guide and connect and direct. But to guide and connect and direct and say, hey, here's a good, viable business. I've been walking with them. I've been working with them, and really the business community after a while here ends up being a decently small community as well.
Yes.
It's not too difficult to kind of know mostly everybody, and then after a while understand kind of who's doing what and at what level they're doing things, and then to be able to work with different international investors that are coming over. And when we say investors, I know that you and I are talking about all types of people. There's some people that are just coming over to see what is Cambodia all about. And one of the ways of starting something here is through a local partnership. It's not the only way, but it is one way. And some people they would kind of prefer that, because if you end up having a good local partner, then it can kind of speed things up rather than learning everything from scratch. Other people, they choose to do it completely on their own, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course, either. And then there's others that are looking to just kind of get their feet wet and maybe partner with some sort of existing business and kind of learn the business landscape here. But as much as, I appreciate what you do, Victor, and what you've done over all these years, because that's kind of been our worlds for a long time. But to work with the local business owners to be able to I mean, a simple language, you could call it, presentation skills, and proper business plans and proper proposals, which are important. But just also even their understanding and of, hey, look, when you got an international coming over, this is what they're going to be looking for. And then working with the internationals as well. Hey, you're coming into this country, and this is what the locals are going to be looking for. And kind of matching that together. So, yeah, I appreciate everything that you've done over all these years as well.
Yes, yeah, it's sometimes, most of the time is very challenging, but I think it's rewarding at the same time, because I think being able to facilitate and support on both sides is very important, because like you and me, we're very passionate about Cambodia.
Yeah.
So this is something that, we do it from our passion and our energy.
It's true.
And when you can do that with your passion, it really show through.
Yeah.
So then you can bring in a lot more investors and more people seeing that, okay, wow, there are a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
And I would like you to show me more. Right. So that's
right.
the thing. So, and then the other side of it is like, for the locals, we want to be able to open up different channels. Mm-hmm. And then there's different tiers of readiness, right? So so this is something that we're very excited to be doing, and I think the SME is the getting out of the comfort zone is the biggest thing.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, the comfort zone is traditionally, I think the majority of the business here has been really commodity trading. Yep. So now it's the world has become a lot more sophisticated. Consumers' behavior and buying pattern has been also has changed and shifted. So, and also the society has changed. We're going to more educated, more consumer or buying behavior savvy, and also they learn. The consumer learn from international channels such as TikTok and YouTube.
Of course, yeah.
So now they want better things, better products, better quality, better services, right? So those are the things. So now the business owner has to really adapt to these new demands, and the market is shifting really quickly. Yeah. So this is where so they have to be a lot more adaptable and embracing these changes, and these changes are not going to be easy. Yeah. But it's critical in this juncture. So I hear a lot of business owner wants quick result, but this is not going to be easy. Because you're changing your business model and you're changing your price, product and service model also. So it's not like just one thing you're changing. Yeah.
I wanna maybe say this to our viewers, and even though Victor, I know that you have your own business initiatives, and you're also involved in different international business and bringing international business over. But it sounds to me like one of the things that you're really passionate about is the whole you could use the word capacity building, and it's capacity building, but it's also being able to take the several decades of your experience and being able to share that with others. I mean, capacity building only goes as far as what you've experienced. I'm sorry, I can't do any capacity building on cooking because I don't do cooking, so sorry, I'm useless there. Yeah. But there are certain areas that I can. And I want to, mention that to our viewers that the Cambodian people are very receptive. So I say the Cambodian people, but obviously we're zooming into in the business community, the small medium enterprise owners are very open and receptive. As long as you come over with the right attitude. You can't come over with, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm smart, you're dumb type attitude. That doesn't work anywhere. That doesn't work anywhere in the world. Come on, But if it's a good relational capacity building role that you can come over in and say, hey, look, what you're doing is great. I've had, several decades of international experience. And so I see where this is going. And to get to this next level, this is probably what you're going to need to do. And you take those approaches. The receptivity is great. And people, I want to say to our viewers, wherever you may be in the world, there are things that you can contribute as well, and especially in a society like Cambodia, that Cambodians are receptive. And maybe your thing is cooking, and so maybe you can come over and do capacity building in the cooking realm. Yeah, that's not you train me. Maybe I don't know. I'm not interested actually, there's an opportunity for that. Now, again, words of caution. Do it with the right attitude. Nobody likes mean, rude, prideful people. So do it, in a genuine manner. But there's so much room for that here in Cambodia, and Cambodia is very welcoming of any of you. I've known over the years, I've known people that have come over and trained in car mechanics, and I've known people that have done, trained in cooking or music or IT or any sector. And it's very fulfilling to be able to give back after, several decades of experience, or maybe even less time of experience, to people that appreciate that. Now, again, I'm going to qualify that statement. It doesn't mean that Cambodians don't have anything to offer. And you and I can spend the next long time bragging on the Cambodian people.
Yes.
On how talented they are and how there's some amazing, and I have a ton to learn from them as well. And they're a very giving people as well. So it's both ways.
That's right.
But there's so much that can be done by giving back through capacity building here in this country.
Yes, no, I totally agree with you. A lot of it is understanding the culture and working with the people.
Yeah.
And the capacity building is within that context also, capacity. So in stages, I think with anything, with changes, you cannot change everything overnight.
Of course not.
And especially with digitalization, it's a big gap to learn. So there's only like digital transformation, but then you're transforming your business model.
Right.
You're transforming the way you do things operationally. So this is where we need to be able to sit down and really understand where the company's at, or where the entrepreneurs or the SMEs at,
right,
and segment it where they want to grow.
Yeah.
A lot of it, the time, it's we focus on the self first. So with the business owner or the leadership team, because they are the one that are being the transformational driver.
Right, right.
So a lot of that is the changing of the mindset and the capacity of bringing in new ideas and new capability. So there's a lot of things to do, but it's very exciting.
You find it enjoyable?
I love it. I love it. I love working with people, even though it is challenging. But when you see the breakthrough, it's very powerful, especially with the young people. So I get a lot of energy out of it. Yeah. So, the several decades of experience that you've developed over these years, now you're able to give back to your people here. Yeah. I mean, you're part Cambodian as That's
well.
Right.
Yeah. After all these years. That's
Yes.
great. What are some kind of hidden gems that you've discovered about Cambodia, whether the Cambodian people or the nation or destinations, or what are a few like kind of hidden gems that maybe not everyone would be familiar with about Cambodia?
I think Cambodia is a beautiful country. It has so much to offer: the people, the culture, the food, the history. But the thing here is, I think Khmer people are too, I guess, humble is a word I would say, because we are proud with the rich history, but we're humble in the way that not enough people know about Cambodia and its people and its food and culture.
So not good at self-promoting.
That's
maybe.
right. That's right. So this is where technology and understanding the next, on a global basis. So there's a reason why in Cambodia there's no unicorn, because we don't look outside of our border. So I'm a tech guy, so I talk in unicorns. But so this is the thing. So we have to be better at promoting the beauty of Cambodia and ourselves. So don't depend on other people. We have to hone our skills. A lot of the time we say, oh, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand do so much better than us in promoting. Why are they getting so much tourism and tourists, right? Because they spend a lot of time and effort in promoting, honing the services, the hospitality. So this is where we have to be able to take it to the next level of promotion and marketing, and promote what we call the Cambodianness, right? So and on a different scale, not just in terms of Facebook and stuff like that, because Facebook is a very small community, and it's just one channel. We have to do more, and we have to be more active, in promoting it internationally. And I think over the course of, could be done in a short period of time if collectively we all do it together. So this, Good Morning Cambodia is one of the vehicle that we can do this. So I'm very happy that you're doing this, and I think we need more.
The special treasures of Cambodia aren't talked about enough. I think you and I both realize that. And so that is one of the purposes of the Good Morning Cambodia show, is to be able to talk about just some of the amazing treasures, whether cultural, whether destinations, whether the people, whether the dynamic business environment here as well.
Right. That's right. And a lot of it is that what I would say is it's seeing is believing, and being here is the proof. So we have a lot of investors, like I said, that come here, and some of them has never been here before. Some of them has been here many times, but only to Phnom Penh. They have never come to other places. Right. So I'll use an example. A friend of mine from Taiwan has been to Phnom Penh many times. And has businesses, etc. Never been to Sihanoukville. And when I said, okay, let me show you Sihanoukville. And he's like, what? You're going to show me Sihanoukville? So I took them to Sihanoukville
2 hours down the high-speed highway, the expressway there.
Yes. But before he left for Sihanoukville, he's thinking to himself, oh my God, what am I getting myself into? So then fast forward, we arrive in Sihanoukville, and he saw the beautiful beaches and the beautiful scenery. Right away he pulled out his camera, took a video and sent it back to Taiwan and said, hey guys, look at this beautiful place. It's so undeveloped, and we need to invest in Cambodia. So this is like, this is just one example. I see this all the time with our investors. So this that's why I get excited, because there's so much potential here that's undiscovered. But we need advocacy. You need promoters, people that believe in it, and to be able to show and confidently build trust and relationship. To expedite these investment, or to build a relationship for more investors to come to explore and actually invest in Cambodia.
So for this Taiwanese gentleman, and we won't name him, of course, but he had been back and forth to Phnom Penh, had some businesses here. And Sihanoukville is the coastal town, one of the coastal towns here in Cambodia. When he heard, Victor is going to bring me to Sihanoukville, a 2-hour drive down south. Well, I mean, what was he worried about? I mean, is there anywhere in Cambodia that it's like a danger zone or anything? What was he so concerned about?
Well, I think Sihanoukville does have a negative image lately, but in terms of Cambodia overall, not just talking about the Taiwanese investor, but overall, not a lot of people know about it. Right. So same thing, when I spent the last year in Sihanoukville to study and explore and really understand, research the market and analyze what we can do for Sihanoukville. Right. So same thing, I go to the port, I talk to international tourists that come from Phnom Penh to the port
Yep.
to go to Korong and Korong Samlom.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, I would love to know more about Sihanoukville, but I research on the internet. I don't know anything. I only know Korong and Korong Samlom.
Yeah.
So I just follow everybody else's advice and everybody else. I don't know anything about Sihanoukville.
Yeah, interesting.
So this is something. This is where we have to be better at, and proud of promoting, changing that view, that perception.
Yeah.
Right.
So he was just concerned. It was unknown to him, right? It was unknown
yeah.
to
He's
you.
heard different stories and what have you.
Yeah.
And then even when I was living in Sihanoukville, some people, some of my friends back home, other places say, "Oh, you live in Sihanoukville? How is it? Are you, is it safe?
Are you safe? Yeah.
I'm like, I walk around every day, no problem. It's nothing. Yeah.
A lot of people ask that question or get asked that question about different areas in Cambodia or Cambodia as a whole. They say, is it safe? My question would be, is there anywhere in Cambodia that's unsafe? Because I can't think of anywhere. I can't think of anywhere in the whole country, from the big capital city, and the bustling streets of Phnom Penh to even rural villages or rural areas. I don't think there's anywhere that's unsafe in Cambodia. And so that's kind of an outdated question, from maybe a long time ago. But it's a very outdated question now. I don't think there's anywhere that's unsafe in Cambodia.
Exactly. That's why, we have to be actively promoting and updating this scenario that people are playing in their head over and over again, right?
Right.
So again, we have to shift that mindset, of our perception of Cambodia to other people, or out to the international community.
You mentioned that you spent a good amount of time in Sihanoukville, which is one of the coastal cities, and I'll give a little bit of background for Sihanoukville. Sihanoukville, it has had some challenges over the last several years, pre-COVID, and there was the city was developed very rapidly, and with that rapid development, a lot of it was Chinese development, and some people felt like it was a bit too far leaning towards just Chinese clientele and things like that. But now we can say this, that Sihanoukville is kind of in a redesign now. And what would be in the current outlook now? What's going on in Sihanoukville? What opportunities are there in Sihanoukville? Not from 5-6 years ago, but where Sihanoukville is now. Are there viable opportunities there in Sihanoukville?
Good question. Yeah, so the last year that I've been kind of analyzing and research and being on the ground in Sihanoukville, I see, there are challenges, but then there are potential. When I see challenges, I see also potential.
Love it.
So yes, it has gone through a rapid growth. Yep. However, with that growth, it's the most modern city in Cambodia. So this is why the royal government is making it a multimodal city.
Right.
So there's so many different types of service industry can coexist in this modern city.
Yep.
Also making it into a smart city also. So
multi-model city and a smart city.
Yeah. So there are elements there that can be translated into this modern city. So there's a port there. There's a first expressway, as you mentioned before.
Special economic zone.
That's right.
Yep.
And then also all the roadway and infrastructures are brand new. So
you have the islands right offshore as well.
Right.
The beautiful tourist destinations there.
That's right. So so the foundations are there for change and continuous growth.
Okay.
However, you're right. It's the business community there has to adapt to the new modern age and also to market Sihanoukville better.
Right.
And this is where, with assistance from the government and also from the private sector, I think we can do a lot in opening up these channels.
And there's numerous government incentives now for investing in Sihanoukville as well, right?
That's right. So there are a lot of tax program and tax incentive for investors.
Yep.
But on the ground, there's a lot of the landowners and project owners are really happy to partner up with new venture partners and such. So so it's more about exploration and moving forward with finding the right partners, the right project. So this is where it's really essential. Yep. And you can see that it's there's many things that we can do in Sihanoukville.
Yeah, very cool. So for those of you that aren't familiar, it's one of the main coastal cities. The autonomous port is there. The Sihanoukville Autonomous Port is there. One of the largest special economic zones with a lot of manufacturers is there. Of course, you have the beautiful tourist islands off of there, but then you also have a modern city with well-established infrastructure now. Yep. That's also being developed into a smart city. So you have the foundations for something very interesting there.
Yeah. I'll share an interesting story. I have a Thai investor that came and never been to Sihanoukville before. Right. And then when they came, they're looking at the beaches along, the long coastal beach. Yeah. And they're like, wow, I cannot believe this beautiful beach here, and it's so undeveloped. And it's this is even better than Pattaya in Thailand. Yeah. So and they're like, well, I can bring my friends here and they can start the business here because this is so undeveloped. Stuff like that. It's about bringing the investor there, so then open their mind, allowing them to see the opportunities. Right. And then finding the right partner or the right project for them to be part of. Right. So this that's the thing. It's a continual education and sharing process with the investment community. Yeah. Because a lot of the time, Cambodia is still under the radar for a lot of these investors. Yeah. So I mean, one of the big things that I know you and I both say to so many people is just come and visit. Please don't worry about the safety. I mean, you're from Toronto. There's probably neighborhoods in Toronto that are less safe than, Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's true. That's the thing. A lot of people always the negative news, but like within any city, any other region, there's always bad spots or
any big cities have a
look at Vegas
bit,
aside from this the glitzy strip, if you look at the other side of Vegas, if you've ever been there, it's not that glamorous. So but nobody talks about that, do they? Right, so that's the thing, it's how you see it is the mindset again.
So I think that's oftentimes the message that we find ourselves giving to so many people. Just, hey, come and visit. And Cambodia has, as far as even just visiting, as far as, proper accommodation and food and services, everything's available here. And you'll likely be very positively surprised at what you're able to discover, just like that first trip of yours back in 2019, right?
True. Yes.
Yeah. What do you see maybe in the next couple years here for Cambodia as a whole, and in particular sectors? I know you work with so many different investors. What sectors do you see continuing to, in particular, grow here in the next couple years?
Well, I think for foreign investors, I think we're seeing another wave of investor, but this is a different type of investors. They're looking for more commercial and industrial opportunities.
Okay. Yep.
So before, a lot of people were looking at building homes and residential projects and stuff like that. But I think now, as Cambodia gets to the next stage of development, I think commercial and industrial will be the main focus. Yep. And that will allow us to elevate to the next level and also allow higher rate of employment education, capacity building, knowledge transfer, technology transfer, so many good things, right?
Right.
So this is where we're seeing in the next couple of years.
So when you say commercial industrial, do you have any maybe kind of specific examples of different?
I see. Like agricultural land, processing plants, factories, warehousing, logistic, many things like that, assembly plants, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now, with the political climate, I think you'll see that there'll be a lot more, even more interest in the next 6 months in Cambodia. So that's the investment side of thing. But then the other side of it with the local economy is that I think we have to transition into a fast pace of adoption of new business model, improve our service level, and then really understanding customer profile, our consumers, right? How not internationally and locally also how it has changed since and for businesses, I think that the next little while would be the most challenging, but then also most rewarding. I truly believe that if technology will be the enabler for Cambodia. So
why
this is
so? Why do you believe that?
Well, if you look around, like I said before, our average age is 27 years old,
right?
And everybody using technology. Prior to COVID, who has said QR code? No one.
Right.
And now, when you don't say good lawyer anymore, what do you say?
Yeah.
ABA.
Yeah, scan.
Oh, can I have ABA? Now it's a local language, right? A little word. So this is how much technology can change and rapidly adopt to the business and real world, right? So this is where digitally enable businesses can accelerate, can grow, can manage the people, lower operational costs, so many things. So this is what I encourage a lot of SMEs to do, is to embrace technology, to build up your people, to manage your operation, change your business model, and even extend your services internationally using technology, or even your marketing, etc. So I think this is where in the next couple of years you'll see rapid transformation if SME community adopt it properly.
Right. But do you see Cambodians and the SME community adopting technology? I mean, you mentioned that,
I think the desires are there. The desires are there. But the thing is, you have to realize, like I said to you before, culturally, right?
Right.
A lot of, I'll be quite honest with everything I say today. So a lot of the current business owner has developed and grow their business from nothing, bare hand. So a lot of them are reluctant to relinquish some of this responsibility and some of the tasks that they need to do. However, all these tasks can be automated, and technology can do this and help you. And the other side of it is that you have a workforce that is young, that are technology enabled. They love technology. So there needs to be a mutually beneficial connection and sharing now for you to actually run your business better by empowering your young workforce, allowing them to share their knowledge, and allowing them to do things that are technology enabled to allow you to adopt and adapt, and also allow you to focus on other things rather than the small micromanagement of these workforces. So technology is the equalizer, I would call it.
Interesting. I understand what you're saying, and I believe that around the world, business, entrepreneurship, it's not easy.
Never.
Right?
Never.
And people work hard, and some people, they start from something very, very small. And some people are able to make the shift from kind of the one-man show, the family business, to building systems around what they're doing, building teams, bringing in technology to automate, all these things. And some people, not just in Cambodia, but around the world, are not able to make that shift. And, that's business. That's business. And for those that aren't able to, they'll, be a small family business and God bless you, but those that can make that shift, wow. The potential becomes much more.
Yeah, the potential is immense because we don't look at Cambodia is only 17 million.
Yeah,
right. The market size is very small, but with technology and scale, you can actually reach outside of Cambodia. Mm-hmm. And this is what a lot of entrepreneur has to start thinking is that, transitioning from what we call commodity business, treating and creating business just, for within your district or within your khan, mm-hmm. like that, rather than how do you scale and grow to outside of your province, outside of Cambodia, even, as you scale and grow. So this is something that we need to look at even. Otherwise, we're going to keep a very small player in the region.
Victor, your role in working with SME owners to enlarge their perspective, enhance their perspective is so essential. I know that in my life, at a young age, I was asked to take on the CEO and chairman of the board role of an entity, and I was quite young back then, and I was doing it for the right reasons, I believe, and had some good drive, but I was able to have different people come alongside me over the years, mentors and coaches, and they just enlarged and enhanced my perspective. I was in the trenches doing it, but I had a mentor from Australia, and I've had mentors from Singapore and from the States and other places that have spoken into my life at key times and kind of helped me think about not just what I was doing right here and right now, and there was so much work to be done and just got to get this all done. But hey, Jesse, if you look about 3 years down the road, where do you want to be and how are you going to do this? And well, if you change this a little bit here and here and here, then that would actually get you to where you want to be. And, so what you do here in Cambodia and coming alongside business leaders and business owners here, and it's about perspective, enlarging their perspective. And you're always, so positive. And so I know that you're always telling them, the future is bright and you can do so much more, but it's going to take a few adjustments here and a few changes here and a few decisions there. It's so important. I so appreciate what you're doing here for Cambodia.
Thank you. Well, likewise, you're doing the same thing. I think it takes a whole community of dedicated people to support the growth. So I just do a very small part. Yeah,
we all do our part.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So it takes everybody, and I think collectively, if we keep on pushing and supporting and enabling these growth, we will get there. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So it's I'm very passionate about it, but there's many other people that are as passionate as I am.
Yeah, Victor, if people want to connect with you more, what's the best way to connect with you more?
You can connect with me on Telegram at Victor La SG, or just go to join CanCham as a member, and then we can help you build your community. And our goal is to really empower and build the SME community here in Cambodia, not locally, but also extending it to the international level. So I would love for you to join CanCham. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Victor, it's been great having a nice cup of tea with you this morning, and I think we could continue on and on and on with these conversations.
That's right.
But I hope for those of you at home or wherever you are that this has been insightful for you, and a challenge to you wherever you are. You have something to offer as well. Maybe you're retired and you're thinking, hey, what could I do? Hey, there is not just an openness, but a great receptivity to what you could have to offer here in Cambodia. Maybe you're a young person and you're thinking, hey, I wonder where I could spend a couple of years of my life and gain some experience and learn some new things and maybe even contribute a little bit, Cambodia could be a place for you. Or maybe you're somewhere around the world and you're keen to explore and discover what Cambodia would have, just like your Thai friends or your Taiwanese friends or, your Canadian friends that are coming over, and be able to discover what Cambodia has to offer with regards to business and investment. You will be pleasantly surprised. And so we're your friends here in Cambodia. And we thank you for joining us this morning on Good Morning Cambodia. And we're looking forward to connecting with you. Many more exciting episodes to come right here on Good Morning Cambodia. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Chum Nap Lia.